Welcome to the Jordan Banks Show, y'all. I am Jordan Banks, the king of urban podcasts. Still here, y'all. Still going, still grinding. But that's what I do. Where they do that at? We right here. I got everything coming up for you, baby. I talk about it all here. Everything from sports, entertainment, everything, whatever going on in the world, baby. We're going to talk about a little bit of it here. Politics, all that. Everything you don't want to talk about. I'm going to give you my truth as I see it. Doggone it. Maybe some of it right, maybe some of it wrong, but I'm going to give it to you how I see it. The Jordan Banks, the King of Urban Podcast, where y'all go ahead, like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you for sharing. If you're live, I ask you to share it, send your likes, your dislikes, your comments, whatever you want to do. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm here for it. I match energies, baby. Let's go ahead and do that. So I think I'm going to start off with, if everybody saw the Cash Money, No Limit versus, everybody talking about that now. Everybody talking about it afterwards. I see it from the beginning, though. I thought that Master P and No Limit put on a masterful performance for what it was. I think Cash Money really won. Not Cash Money. I'm sorry. No Limit won that battle hands down, as anybody can see. Shouts out to Juvenile, BG. I guess they tried to hold it down. To me, BG ain't got but a song or two, unless you a super diehard fan and you could pick up some other songs. But you really, he did So Long in Jail right at the height of his career. As opposed to Juvenile, he kept stringing along a hit a year, this, that, whatever. So Juvenile got some hits. Cash Money got hits. But when you don't have Wayne, Turk, man, you can call out Drake or nobody, Nicki Minaj with one song, a guest appearance, a wave in the crowd or nothing. And Wayne, according to Turk, Wayne, like, if we all can't do it, we ain't doing it. Which I can understand, because both of them were the youngest. They came up together. Juvenile was a little older. So, and Baby couldn't set aside his differences or whatever, get it done. P came with the army. I don't know whatever differences P may have with people, but clearly they respect him enough to go and get that bag with him. It's about a working relationship sometimes, because that's all you have. And Master P and No Limit, they did their thing. I mean, Juvie came out first with his song, and P came out with an army, like 1 against 20. He got Birdman up there. He sound high or drunk half the time. Like, I don't even think he remember the words. I don't think Baby remember the words. I think his memory a little slipping. He done been sipping on that dessert for too long, apparently, allegedly. I don't know. But Birdman, they don't need you on stage no more. And then they try to do it all in love, and he get up there, talk about his own artists, how they'll deal with this little B when they want to. And I like, bro, like, come on, man. Come on, man. You act like an old fuddy-duddy. I don't know. Why does everybody think everything is new? He gets up there with that. I started the jewelry and the cars. Like, nigga, do you remember Slick Rick? Tupac? Big Daddy Kane? That's hip hop. Since hip hop began with the Sugar Hill Gang. And before that, it was about jewelry, women, cars, a little more conscious. But that was a part of the hip hop persona from the jump. The outfits. That's just different era, different times, but you ain't the first to wear jewelry or diamonds in your mouth. You know what I mean? Pimps and like, come on, bro. I don't, like, what are you? First one with tattoos on their face. Yeah, you the first one probably thought you was ugly enough. I mean, I don't, dude, just, that's why you can't always equate money to brain power or intelligence, because sometimes money fall on people. They're in the right place at the right time, sitting in the right position, and money will fall on their head. Maybe I ain't never been in that position, but God, dog, dude, what's up with him? Yeah, Tony Braxton there. For what? Where Nicki, Drake, Wayne? You playing his songs? I got tired of y'all lip syncing to his songs. And P set you up perfectly, Birdman. He set you up the same way Jeezy did Gucci. When Jeezy had to stop and say, you know what, that's good, but The one thing for certain, two things for sure. I'm the realest nigga in it. Like, he set you up like that. Because you out there talking about that number one and just started this and started that. And B said, you right. But check this out. I came down and I did this. Boom. Body. Like, he set you up perfectly for that little dude. That was a little dude. Like, when he did that, I said, oh, yeah, it's over. And you can't even say enough about Mia X. Man, I ain't had no woman like that. Mia X put it down with the look. She was looking good. The hair, the outfit, the lyrics, her movement, her dancing with it. She killed it. Y'all out there talking about dick this, dick that, dick that, dick that. And she came with her verse on Freak Hoes. Like, nah, go on, sit down, little boy. You a little boy. You can't dare touch me. Like, she put it down on y'all like that. Y'all could do nothing but stand over there and smile. You know what I thought when I first saw it? I know Lil Wayne went there. I said maybe he feel like he too big. Maybe he feel like he should have his own verses against somebody. Because he could. I guess he got the catalog. But I really wasn't looking forward to seeing Lil Wayne and some of them because of some of the performances I've seen recently. And I'm like, I don't want to see that running across the stage with that bull. But Pete and them did their thing, man. There's a lot more songs they could have done. But I thought they chose the right 10 because you can't get everybody in on No Limit. You know, you can't do all Cash Money songs, but hell, half them went there no way. So, but Pete and them, they did their thing. They smashed. They killed. They didn't went even close to me. It from the jump. Like I said, but, you know, it is what it is. Good show, I guess. But moving on, and some more important matters, because I don't never lose where I'm at and where I'm going. So there's been a call for a blackout, a boycott, a mass boycott. This is not a protest in the streets. You ain't got to go do this and do that. It's simple. There's been a call to action, black people, because we know when we use our powers and economic dollars and we withhold them, things happen. Look at Target. Look at this. Things happen. So there's a boycott going out, alert, November 25th to December 2nd. Now, I know that's Black Friday, come to all that. What they're asking is, no. If you're going to go and spend where the money comes back to us in our community. If it don't, hold out, please. Because sometimes we got to show these folks through boycotts. You know, Martin Luther King them had to do it through the bus boycotts. You know, that's the only thing these people understand. Money. You can do all you want. Scream and rail all you want. Say what ain't fair, get out the vote. They don't care. They care about the almighty Rala, the Nero. You hold that, boy, you're holding some power. You can make some things happen. So again, there's a call for action, black folks. Hey, black, Mexican, y'all want to join us? Latino, white, y'all want to join us? Join us. We saying from November 25th to December 2nd. Don't spend that money out there unless it's going back into the black community, African American, Latino community, whatever. Hey, however y'all want to do it. I'm with it. November 25th, December 2nd. Call to action. Let's get it. Simple as that. So, to go on into some politics, you know, Steve Bannon, I don't understand this with the love with these people because Trump would diss all these people the same way he did Steve Bannon. Trump don't talk to you no more. You ain't seen that man with Trump in years. He's still out there touting Trump. He done went to prison and everything. He says that, he claims that there are already plans underway for Trump to be president for a third term. You know my real problem is with it. That election is not until 28. How old is Trump now? 80, 81? Well, it'll be like 83, 84. He's already the oldest president ever. Y'all talked about Biden. This guy, he's currently the oldest president ever. So you're talking about another term where he be going into 90? I mean, what are we talking about? But there are no kings. Why would we want a 90-year-old, 85-year-old? Clearly he's already crazy. Clearly he's already something wrong with him. But this is their push. And if you other Republicans, you have to be insulted a little. Like, damn, we can't get a shot. But again, that's what Barack Obama said. He said 80% of the world's problems are because older men don't want to let go of power. This is a perfect example. And we know what type of chaos and confusion and mess that this guy is starting. So, hey. There's another report out, an analysis that says that half of Americans say the government shutdown is impacting their community. I'm sure. I mean, that's like, I mean, know what to say. I'm sure it's, and the longer it goes, you're going to keep seeing. And as long as Republicans out there pushing the narrative that Democrats want health care for illegal immigrants, and that's totally not what it is. But if y'all believe that, the government gonna stay shut down. Democrats are not backing away from that. So people don't get paid, they don't get paid. I mean, I don't work for the government. I don't know what to tell y'all. A lot of y'all voted for Trump. Trump will say this is what y'all voted for, even though y'all say this ain't what y'all voted for. That's what your representation is saying. Even your governors and your representatives are saying this is what you voted for. And meanwhile, you're saying we didn't. Farmers, Trump said we got major support. They say 90% of them voted for us. Well, whatever percentage it is, y'all have voted for them. Now y'all want to complain about the beef prices, soybeans, all this and all that. Trump is enriching himself and his allies. I believe one of the reasons why he's going after Venezuela the way he is because Venezuela is sitting on riches in reserve oil and other minerals. I think Trump want it. I think America want it. So they talk about regime change, and America, it's the arrogance of America. You want a soul democracy here. So what about the democracy in America? You want to talk about crimes against humanity? That don't happen in America? Voting rights? What? That's my problem with America. Y'all go around talking about war crimes, crimes against humanity, civil rights, These people ain't being treated democracy, this and that. And all of those things are happening in America and aren't being addressed or taken care of. But it's the nerve, the arrogance. That's like a person saying, there's only could be one liar in a relationship. And I guess America say we're going to be the liars. You can't be. And we got this relationship going with you, China, or whoever, Canada, where can't be one liar. Got to be us. Can't be you. So that it's sad, but it's true. How many people are tired of Isaiah Thomas talking about Michael Jordan? Any more people? I'm so tired of Isaiah Thomas. Michael Jordan don't like you, man. Everybody done told you. Mike don't want to be your friend. He don't want to be your friend. Bitch, I'm on Michael Jordan. 30 and 40, I mean, God, man. Okay, Isaiah, he not the greatest in your eyes. He wasn't a great player. He wasn't nothing. Mike wasn't nothing. He wasn't nothing but the man who came in and took over your city, still selling shoes, outselling all shoes combined like hotcakes. You get no mention from this man. You didn't get on the dream team. Let Isaiah, let go. You had a good career. You was a Hall of Famer, but you never mentioned in the conversation of the greatest. See, that's the thing you don't say. You're not gonna say he the greatest and he had this and that and it was Scottie Pippen. This, yeah, even if you throw all that in there, he's still mentioned in the greatest. You can't say, Isaiah, that Mike ain't top 5. So you can't say that. That's too much hate. But you can't say that you're top 5. You can't say that neither because you be lying. You was the greatest point guard. Off guard. Defense. Nothing. You didn't win more rings. You keep saying y'all beat them. Yeah, y'all beat them. Just like somebody was beating y'all before y'all won. I mean, that's kind of how it goes. You have to learn or beat somebody and then they beaten. Like they beat y'all. And when they beat y'all, it was no doubt. It wasn't close. But then Isaiah, man, Mike don't want to mess with you, dog. Mike don't want to mess with you, man. You so jealous this man got this love around the world. Man, let it go, man. Keep getting them funeral suits. Making money. Go on. I always thought Isaiah was homosexual. Not that got anything to do with it, but he kind of a chatty patty. So I guess if he want to be a woman, if you want to say women talk a lot, I don't know. Isaiah, let it go. Go on. Mike ain't going to be your friend still. He don't care what you say. You think Mike caring what you say right now? No. But speaking of the NBA, they got these arrests going. They busted a few people, including the head coach, Chauncey Billups. I always liked Chauncey Billups as a player. I don't know what to say, man. I hope this stuff ain't true, bro. I really hope it's true, because it just, if it is true, it shows such a greed and the carelessness. I mean, somebody making 9, 10, 15, $20 million a year, it's not enough. You got to host gambling parties at the house like Gilbert Arenas allegedly was, and then do it on behalf of the mafia. I ain't heard them say they arrest no mafia, but maybe they did. I don't know. But y'all going to do this. It's not enough money, man. You know, people like me have to live off what I live off of. You getting a good everyday salary, $9, $10 million a year, that ain't enough. You've been playing basketball for years, making big money. Yeah, see, man, so y'all. I hope it ain't true. But if it's true, I hope you get the full extent of the law brought on you. Now, Stephen A. Smith could say it's Trump, this and that. You know, he's just doing that to try to distract that he is Trump's boy. And now and then he got to throw a bone out there and try to make it seem like something. Cash Patel go on the show and disavow what Stephen A. said. That's to try to throw us off the scent. We know you working with the FBI, Steve. Stephen A. Smith. You got to put the A. Smith in there to make sure people distinguish. Another thing about Stephen A. Smith is he tries to attempt to apologize to Jasmine Crockett. But he still don't get it. He apologized and to calm the noise down because people call him for the cancellation of him. So he wants to go to the black community and say, "I'm sorry. I knows it." No, you don't. You playing the game with us. There's nothing sincere about what you said and what you're doing, because it still was with a, well, if I attacked it this way, I meant it that way, but I'm sorry how it came off. That's it. You're not really sorry because you don't even understand. Or you acting like you don't understand because you've been working with them folks. So do you, homie, go on about your business. Ain't nobody messing with you still. You're still a sellout. You still the man's puppy. You the house nigga. You want Harriet Tubman would have to let him stay because he ain't going. You try to pull him out, he gonna create a fuss and a distraction calling our master. Stephen is your name for real. Stephen. You a real Stephen. And you're working for Michelle Candy. So keep your little apology that meant nothing. We still ain't watching you. So on to some economic business here. You know, it's all about the econ. So according to Moody's, if you know what Moody's is, look it up. And you can't explain everything to y'all. Some things you got to know for yourself. So according to Moody's chief economist, 21 states are already in a recession. They're already there. This is something that they never tell you about. They never discuss, even in regular media. But Moody's, and this ought to be like plastered all over the place. 21 states are already in recession and more are heading there. because we already saw the inflation reports. Inflation was up 3%. Yeah. So yeah, but people will, supporters and crazy people who want to be crazy will dispute it. It ain't true. It's fake media. They'll say these things. You can't do nothing but just give them the truth and move on. Like Jesus said, wipe the dust off your feet and keep going. That's all you can do with some of these folks. Say it, replay it, say it, keep going. Come back tomorrow, say it, replay it, keep going. That's all they, and sometimes that's why I say sometimes even with Charlemagne, just like Stephen A. I don't understand. Because he'll go on something and say, the Democrats' messaging is wrong. The country's like this and it's failing, but people believe this. No, Charlemagne, it ain't no messaging. It's racist people. I don't know why y'all scared to call it out. People who follow Trump regurgitate this bull because they're racist. When they're black, they want to be white. When they're Latino, they want to be white. When they regurgitate this bull, because anybody with any intelligent thought, it doesn't make sense. I'm a Judge Judy. Like she used to always say, if it don't make sense, it's probably not true. But a lot of y'all have taken in nonsense and just believe it. The most outrageous things that could be debunked. Oh, that's AI. Everything ain't AI. Some of this stuff, man, y'all just dead wrong on. Y'all just don't. You don't want to say you wrong. You wrong. It's wrong, and you gonna feel it. A lot of these people that screaming that stuff, they very people gonna feel it. But whatever, let them feel it. Speaking of econ, Wells Fargo has agreed in principle, I guess, to an $85 million settlement for hosting fake job interviews to hit diversity goals. Not that they actually hired them. It's like they brought them in. Oh, yeah, we're trying to hire all these minorities and these type of people, handicapped, whatever. It was all fake. They weren't really going to hire you. I mean, I suppose, sometimes they do these things. Some people get hired, but nowhere close to probably what could have been hired because a lot of it was fake. It's like if I invite 20 people in and I got 20, 18, 19 qualified candidates and I hired 2 people when I could have hired 10. See what I'm saying? That's what Wells Fargo was doing. And they were hitting diversity hiring goals and diversity goals that were set up by faking job interviews. Like, this is America. I keep saying it. Stay on that econ. Speaking of jobs, and you got Amazon. Amazon plans on replacing 500,000 to 600,000 jobs by human beings, by hardworking people in America with robots by 2027. So you got a little over a year. They're going to replace 600,000 people with robots. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. That's what Amazon plans are. Ain't looking too good, huh? So we know now when we talk about the healthcare and what they're trying to negotiate to get the government back open, even when they sit down through a lot of these things, we actually know from voting that every single Republican basically voted to double healthcare because they keep going with that crap and not really negotiating in good faith. So by proxy, when they vote and they vote a lot of this stuff down, what the Democrats are trying to do. They, in essence, voted to double your, I'm looking at a lot of this stuff and reading a lot of it because the Republicans will try to push to you that the Democrats are trying to give illegal immigrants health care. Sorry, been a little under the weather, but it's not that at all. What they don't really tell you is the little amount of insurance that the federal government will pay for illegal immigrants when they go to an emergency room, which has come out to be about 0.5%. It's minute. What they actually pay for is the stabilization. Somebody go in with a gunshot wound, broken leg. They don't say, where you from? Hold on, you got your paperwork? No, they fix them up, and the federal government will take care of the charge. That's just humanity. That's just being decent. So they're trying to use that as this overall thing of Democrats want to pay for all, because it's illegal. And that little provision I just talked about with emergency rooms, guess who started that? You can go back and check. You can Google it. It was Ronald Reagan, their hero. Ronald Reagan started that. Guess why Trump ended the negotiations with Canada over tariffs? Because they put out a commercial using Ronald Reagan and his words about tariff and how they're bad for the American economy and jobs. Trump said, we ain't negotiating with y'all no more on like that. You're telling the truth. And you're using Reagan. That's their hero. Truth will end a lot of things, man. Truth will end relationships, marriages, partnerships, businesses. Truth, according to 2 Timothy, I'm telling y'all, will end a lot of things. And that's true. So just some facts there for y'all. You check it out. Check that out. This I ain't just talking on this stuff right here, man. These are facts. You can Google it. Guess y'all say Google fake. Well, ChatGPT it. Copilot. Whatever you want to use. A thesaurus. I don't care. Can't learn y'all nothing today. Can't learn them nothing. The old folks used to say you can't learn them nothing. So, and meanwhile, while people out there hurting and suffering, Trump is pulling down the east wing of the White House. It started with, oh, no, we're just going to take a little bit because, that's what'll be legal. They turned down the whole thing to put up a ballroom. Who needs a $350 million ballroom? Disgusting. While Americans are hurting. You're building a ballroom. You're giving Argentina $40 million. You're buying their beef. What happened to America first? All of this while people can't get paid and the country shut down. But you can't pay for health care. And as I said, I was doing a little research and reading that thing, get back to it. Basically what's happening is, and Mike Johnson will say, oh, that's a December 31st problem. No, you idiot. People have to go in and start picking these things November 1st or leave them alone, whatever they do, because they have to figure out the rates. For a family in Maine that makes $130,000 a year together, their insurance for health insurance gonna go up by $16,000. Take that same family in Kentucky, they go up by $23,000. In Nevada, they'll go up by almost $18,000 a year for health insurance. But you got $350 million that you say private funds, which I don't believe. But let's take that out. $40 million for Argentina. $40 billion. That would cover it. So when y'all had to bring y'all mom and them home from the adult daycare because ain't no more seats, availability of money, don't say nothing. Don't blame y'all gonna blame Democrats, and then blame the Democrats even worse. Somehow y'all gonna blame black folks, cause we always end up as the root cause. we always end up as the cause somehow. Yeah. So you wonder why. I don't wonder, but there are new polls that show Trump's popularity has plummeted, especially with, guess who? Latinos. Duh. Y'all fell for it. We try to tell y'all. Do y'all not remember the Spanish-American War? Do they not teach y'all about the Spanish-American War in Mexico or some of these Latin islands or places? They don't teach y'all about that. They don't teach y'all about the Louisiana Purchase, nothing, how they came and stole all of this. They don't teach y'all none of this. I mean, darn, we got states, y'all named Texas, that's Latino, California, Arizona, New Mexico. I guess y'all said, hey, can't beat them, I would join them, huh? That's the theory. That's the theory. Imagine now, black folks said, you know, we can't beat them with the slavery thing. Let's join them. And we just all became slavers, black slavers, whatever. Nah, we had to fight, come from under that. But of course, there's still a couple of Jim Crow niggas out there who want to shuck and duck and dive and shine and do all that. But, you know, there's always going to be one or two people out there. So what it is. Now they do it in the way that they do Stephen A. And, you know, that's the COINTELPRO tell now. We'll be beat from within by our own folks. Yeah, so, you know, I'm always ready to get out of here. It's a short show, not that long, but I just want to come in and let y'all know I'm still here, give y'all some content for the week. There's a Texas prison guard arrested for selling chicken wings, basically wingettes, to prisoners. They snitched on him because he went from $6 a wingette to $20 a wingette. What? You selling Negroes wingettes for $6 a piece. That ain't enough profit for you. You get a bag of wingettes. Not that it's cheap everywhere, but like you go to Aldi's, get a bag of wingettes for $10, $12. It's going to be at least 10, 12, 15 of them in there. You selling one wingette for $6. You telling me you finna make what? Over $10, $12 bag, you finna make $100. Let's say you finna make $100 or more, right? Over $10, $12 bag, you finna make over $100, and that ain't good enough for you. So they snitched on that nigga. Kudos. It's just... So before I get out of here, so we know Chris Brown is saying deuces to Kevin McCall, who was the actual writer of the song. Kevin is out there crying and saying all type of things. And say some entertainment lawyer attorney told me, because I know what happened to Kevin. And I can't say I blame Chris, can't blame him. He was just young and wanted to get on. Apparently he wrote a few hit songs for Chris. And now he on there saying he didn't get his proper due. He didn't get his proper money. There are some conflicting stories that say, nah, he got his money. He had over $8 million. He blew it. I remember back then when he did Deuces and some other stuff, and he was dating a couple celebrities. That could be draining. I don't know. Whatever. He sold his catalog, like he said, for $500,000, but he had some child support issues and still got some child support issues. But I tell you, as I said, an entertainment attorney told me before, he said, you know, sometimes it's all about that first deal you sign. That could mess you up for life. You either gonna win or lose with it. Grown man business out here. I'm out. Peace up.